time. Alright, so I'm not gonna name any names in this story, only because there's other parties involved. I haven't even spoken to them about talking about this, and honestly, the whole situation's dead and it doesn't really matter anymore. So basically, before I moved here to Costa Rica, some friends of mine that are now friends of mine, I didn't know before, but are friends now, they got robbed probably about a year before I got here. And then when I moved down here and I moved to a certain town, the family just let me know, like, hey, we got robbed. And then we kind of, you know, through investigative things, we figured out who it was. And unfortunately, that person was kind of like a friend of ours a little bit, you know what I mean? So once we found out, it became like, all right, well, we obviously don't mess with you anymore. Like, we're done. You know, so it was like, okay, whatever. We were all kind of sick of this guy anyway. He was kind of like, you know, he's very out there. He's a little two-faced, and we just didn't like him from the beginning. I didn't like him from the beginning. So once we found out who it was, and he found out that we knew who it was, he kind of like changed his whole attitude, and like the way he treated us and the way he like spoke to us, and like everything kind of went out the window. Like any type of friendship was like, whoa, like, you know, it was crazy. It was like, you know, the guy's totally 100% like psychopath. Like he's got like two different realities in his head. It's really weird. You know, and this guy never did anything to me, so I don't really have like a reason to do anything. I'm not gonna fight the kid or anything over this. You know, this was years ago, not my fight, not my situation. So now every time I see this guy, you know, he's saying some like smart ass remark, or like looking, you know, like doing like all this like just petty shit. And I'm like, okay, like whatever, you know, like, so now, you know, so when I see him now, it's like, you know, now it's always a problem. So I start seeing him, and like I drive down the road and I know he's gonna like do something, so I just like give him the finger or something, you know what I mean? Like, and I realized like that got under his skin. Like he started like really like that, you know, it started pissing him off that he knew like I didn't care. So basically, long story short, one day I'm coming down the road, and he's standing outside his house with a shotgun, and you know, I don't give a shit, so I gave him the finger. You know, like this is, you know, the last 5 times I've seen the guy, like that's all I do. I just give him the finger, like, hey, go F yourself, you know. So this time he's got a shotgun, and it's like, okay, well, you know, I don't care, what's up? So we drive past him, and he stands behind the car and shoots. Now, granted, I don't think there was a bullet in the shotgun. We call them Tico firecrackers, where it's just basically gunpowder inside of a newspaper wrapped up. They throw it in the gun, boom, set it off, and it's just like one firework. It's stupid. This is basically how they do their fireworks here when they have no, like, you know, you don't have big setups, you know. So so I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm not, you know, I was never at any point scared that he was going to like murder me or, you know, shoot me with a shotgun. Like I didn't think I know he doesn't have the balls to do something stupid like that. So we get out of the car, I take my phone out, and I'm just recording. I'm recording him. He's standing in the street with a gun. He's, you know, trying to hide it now. He runs into his house. He gets rid of the gun, whatever. At this point, we leave. I got it all on film. I'm like, good, let's go. So we leave. We go to the closest store. We call the cops, and now we sit and we wait. And we wait and we wait and we, I think it was like 2 hours, maybe more. Finally, it's like getting dark. The cops finally show up. It's Friday night, and we give our statement. We tell them everything that happened. We showed them the video. I mean, they have clear evidence. This guy's standing in the street with a gun. So what do the cops do? Well, the cops basically said it's Friday night and the court office is closed. The courthouse is closed. So basically, wait till Monday morning, go to the courthouse and tell the judge the story and give him all the information. I'm like, okay, so are you gonna go arrest the guy? No. Are you gonna go take his gun? No. So I have to go to sleep tonight knowing that this guy could come blow my head off? You know, like this is the craziness that we live in here. Granted, understand something about the police here is that they don't have a military in Costa Rica. So there's an entire force that has to do somebody else's job, basically, you know? So the same guys writing traffic tickets are pretty much like trained assassins. So they don't really care about little shit like this. They're like, listen, are you alive? Did he kill you? No. I'm not really sure why that is and how that works. Maybe it's just because I'm a gringo. Maybe it's just how they work, period. I think that's just kind of how it works here. With all that being said, this is not a video to put any bad, you know, thoughts on Costa Rica or anything like that. It's just realize what country you're in. This is not the United States or Canada. I don't know how you do it in Canada, but I know in the US, if you have a gun illegally, you know, you're going to jail regardless. Like, the cops are at least gonna show up, get the gun, get the guy out of the house, and put him in a holding cell until the judge hears the whole conversation. So in the end, we didn't go to the judge. 2-3 days later, you know, you wake up and you're just like, you don't have that same energy, that same feeling. Like I said, nobody was hurt. It wasn't really like I don't think there was a bullet. If it was, it didn't hit the car, it didn't hit me, didn't hit the people in the car. So I don't know. I think it was, you know, it was just a little scare tactic. Didn't scare anybody. He just put himself in a situation where now I know. You know, I know how it works here. And, you know, where are we? We're in Costa Rica, baby. The wild, wild west. So, people, thank you for listening to that story. It's a story that I've been wanting to tell for a while. I just don't really, you know, I try to keep all that bad energy out, you know? Like, I don't really need to, once it happens and it's done, it's just like it's done. I don't really talk about stuff like that anymore. But, you know, that's life in Costa Rica, man. The police are not going to do shit. So, not saying that they even should. I mean, honestly, I feel like it was a waste of time for them anyway. We didn't do anything about it. We had the option to go to the judge, and we decided not to. That's on us, you know? Anyway, guys, just be safe here. If you come to Costa Rica, just be safe. It's not, you know, it's not dangerous. You know, it's not like you're gonna get shot at. You know, it's not like, you know, people are just walking around with guns shooting people. It was just a really dumb-minded child that, you know, just doesn't know right from wrong, never grew up with right from wrong, and who probably knows the law better than I do. So he knew that he was going to get away with it, and it wasn't going to matter. Gringo versus Tico. Tico always wins. Unless that person did some real damage, or you're the type of person to take matters into your own hands, I suggest just leaving it alone, moving on with your life, calling it a day. Anyway, people, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys checking me out. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Check that link for the merch below. And I guess I'm just gonna enjoy this. Peace, guys. You.